Hey guys, welcome back to another Five Nights at Freddy's tutorial. This one involves doors. We're finally adding doors and lights. The main mechanic that is pretty much in every FNAF game. Well, not every FNAF game, but it's one of the main mechanics that you guys probably want to make. So, let's show you how to. Also, go to your jump scares and add a go-to front. Just so when you add in new stuff, it doesn't go over and break the jump scare. Now, duplicate this. So duplicate your office. And then get rid of those because you don't want to. And now they sync right like so. So you don't even notice that there's two. But go and import a door sprite. Like this one. Like so. Now do whatever you want to try to get rid of that border. Try to get rid of that big black border. Do your best to roughly get it, and then use the eraser tool to finish it off. Or you could, again, do this in another program, but we don't have time. So here we have our door. Now memorize where the office is, and now place the door there. Look around. And also get rid of this and just replace it with a go-to. That could prevent offset. So if it's flush, this is pretty flush, not exactly flush, not the most flush thing in the world. And also what I would recommend to do is go here and lean it against the edge and do a and in your forever loop, do it if then else. If not, if the X position is not equal to -7, then show else hide, and make sure you put a and there. Now it disappears and reappears pretty well. Now, make as many small adjustments as you see fit to adjust the door and make it look good. So here we have it. But when you change stuff, you will have to update that. But it's worth it in order to get a office door in your Now, create a blank costume. It's just absolutely blank, and name it open door, and this one closed door. And then create another if then else condition and do if left door closed is equal to 1, then switch to closed door, else switch to open door. Right now it should be open because there's nothing here. Now do the exact same thing, except duplicate it again, except right click and hit duplicate. Get rid of this, and then drag this out, and then select closed door, so we can actually see what we're doing. Now flip the sprite, and then see how it looks. So keep adjusting. So the main thing when making the office doors is to keep adjusting it until it fits. Then we can change that left door to right door close. And then still keep that script out, so move it to the max, and let's see where this takes us. So right now nothing really happens because it's just because there's no way to open / close the doors. So we should probably do that. So lean it over here. So again, duplicate this. Except get rid of this part because this is the button. And get rid of this costume because we won't want it. So keep your door there. Keep your door right there. Now hit import and then find the button. The door button. Now again, do the same thing as we did before. Go use the magic eraser tool. Surround it. Get it pretty good. Then do this. Then move. Then shrink. Just. And then bam. There's our door button. But we want to crop out the light button. But before we do that, we need to get the position thing working. This time it's X 93. You can tell because it's when you look up there. So there, our first door and button is done. Now we would duplicate this again for the other side. Flip it over. Then figure out how to hide that, which is negative 93. Now just duplicate these and do absolutely nothing with them. The reason there's two is because first we have to crop out the lights on this one. Now do the exact opposite with the lights. Now it still looks pretty much the same, except the doors now don't work. So let's check the doors. 92 and negative 95. So as you can see, this one's still having a bit of a problem. Okay, this one is still negative 92. So as you can see, we can go on both sides. There's the buttons which activate the doors. Now, let's actually make it. So, remember that toggle variable we did with the camera? Well, create a variable with the exact same name. Make sure it's a local variable. And set toggle to 1. Now, copy this section of code from the camera. Place it in the door frame, like so. But get rid of all the code that's in here. All the code that's in here, and replace this with a if touching mouse pointer and mouse down, which as we all know is a click detector, which detects clicks. We all know is a click detector. Put it in here, and then say set left door closed to 1 if it's 1, and then to 0, and then wait. Now if we did this properly, we should, yeah, but there is a problem. We need to actually wait 1 second before they can do anything with the door again. This is to prevent that flashing thing we saw earlier. Now we can open and close the door as we please. Remember, adjustments are key in order to make it look convincing, because these doors are way smaller than the sprites that I have. So you would extend the door or shrink the sprite. It's up to you. Now, you would drag this over. Oh, don't worry about copying the variables over. Scratch actually makes its own variables. The second you use a variable that it doesn't have, it immediately creates one. Except, now scroll down to right door closed and make sure it does that instead of closing and opening the left door. Boop.
Haha, pets.
Now this tells me that there's something wrong with this.
Well, go get them.
Oh, I see. You have to set the... We forgot to do that. Now just click, click, click. We can open that door. Now, a better thing to do is to reduce this value because while those 1 seconds, it won't pan with everything else. So try to make that second delay as little as possible, but still have it work just fine. There. We can click the door. We can close both doors. There's no consequences yet. I think Freddy, they should still be enabled, but with the new layout, we need to actually lower the layer of this specific door. This door in question, because pretty much this is going to always have to go in front. No, it doesn't. So we actually need to add a new condition, which I completely forgot about. or and replace this with an and. If the and camera is up equals 0. So the door, if we turn it on, it will go away when the camera is put up. Now, good thing that everybody should do is make this go in front whenever it displays. So when we go up, it goes in front, so we don't get that weird clipping, that weird thing we had last time. You can see now the animatronics are actually moving, but since we made those dummy variables, the animatronics, the doors already work, so we do not have to worry about recoding the animatronics to work with the doors. Now the lights. Ho, 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 the lights. The lights are a bit more complicated, but they're still lights. So right-click the door base that we made earlier. Right-click the base we made earlier. Okay, right-click the base we made earlier. And make a blank one and just call it blank, but then drag the animatronic bodies over. Now we'll just leave this Freddy guy standing in our office even though he's not actually in our office. So we'll just put him over here. So if we if we check, well, it's not perfect, but Freddy is there. Yeah, I should probably scale him up, put him down, put him lower. So just keep adjusting Freddy or whatever animatronic you have here until he is right there. Then you Then you could erase parts of him that shouldn't be visible. His hand, thumbs, and his foot, his ear, some face. There. So now we have Freddy creepily peering through the door. Oh yeah, and his microphone, but those are... And his microphone. It's not the perfect cutout, but it'll work. There's Freddy. Name this Freddy. And now create a new variable called animatronic at left door. Make sure it's a public variable and go to the office and set it. And then of course create animatronic at right door. Animatronic at right door. So, in the forever loop, switch costume to animatronic at left door. And for this, a simple, instead of that complicated thing, a simple if touching edge should work for most offices. Simple if not touching edge should work in most cases. So as you can see, there's Freddy, but we need to add in another condition called and the left door closed is equal to 0. So, since all these conditions are true, well, and bam, switch costume to animatronic at left door. But we need to set both of these values to blank. So because there's no animatronic at all at our left door. And then go back to here and make sure you also create two new variables called left light to 0 and right light, and set that also to 0. You can make some left light, some right lights, and now these light things actually come into use. Now just copy the code from the buttons again. Copy the code from the buttons. Now just drag all this out and see to get this toggle. Hit click. So it creates a toggle variable in the light, and then make it set toggle to 1. So all the rest of these scripts work. But we want to actually toggle the right. Hit left light and right light. No, left light and left light. I'm an idiot. Now you can just put the script back together and copy it over to the right light. Do this. Create a variable, name it toggle. Oh, yeah. Just click this script, and bam, there's toggle. The toggle to 1. And make it change to right light. And get a little sound, like just get. Like just find a sound, like a light sound or any sound that you think would fit. We just search through like whoops. I don't know what that was. Just find whatever sound, just search for it. Jeez, it's a bit scary. Like just find something that'll work, like ambience too. Don't understand what all of this is about. Or any sound that you can find. Oh, air conditioner. Like that's a sound. No. This isn't the exact sound, but it'll work. So go to here. Oh jeez. So create a new sprite. This is just a blank sprite. Drag in a one green flag, click forever, and then go to the light, and you're supposed to import it in there. Now go to here, and then make it forever play that sound, but in another forever loop, which is started by one green flag, click if left light is equal to 1 or right light is equal to 1, then, but make sure it's an if then else. If either of those conditions are true, then set the volume to 100. Else set it to 0. So it's that. So now, yep. As you can see, the light's on, and now it isn't. Now, I just realized that I had the animatronics disabled all this time. But that's okay. Oh jeez. The AI should be disabled. Oh ho ho. I just realized why they kept moving. Why they started there. 'Cause that was their last location. That explains it. Wait. So they are disabled. They won't do anything. But if we do enable them, since there's no power, we can close both doors. But the next episode will show us how to make power. Let's close both doors because we can do that. Oh yeah, forgot to add the condition to the other door. So make sure you add it to the other door. Oh, and pretty much just add it to every object, because I'm a dingus and sometimes forget to do. Oh, I almost forgot about this. I think we already... Oh, guys. I almost forgot. Hey, mistakes happen. Especially in games like these where you have to manage everything. Mistakes happen, okay? Mistakes happen. Everybody makes mistakes. If you make a mistake while making your FNAF game, then maybe go try rewatching. You don't have to do exactly everything I do in exactly real time. That would be plumb ridiculous. Especially with the cuts that I make when I make some fatal mistake that would delay the video. So, now, yep, it's working. But, we almost forgot about Freddy and Rockstar Bonnie. So, I'm gonna close this door in order to and open the light. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. We gotta add in another condition, which is and left light is equal to 1. Oh yeah, and almost forgot. Got to close that door, turn on this light. Since there's no power, yeah. But I'm still afraid, guys. I'm still a bit afraid. But let's just change Freddy up so we know that it's working. We gotta make him so when he approaches here, it'll say animatronic at left door. Set it to Freddy. And in all conditions, make sure in all conditions you blanket either when they leave or when they jump scare you. Now, let's just use a cheat, okay? Let's just use a simple cheat, which is just changing his code so he immediately starts at the left door. Not on the cameras, because there would be two Freddys unless you have it perfectly synced, which you should. But if you turn on the lights, there's Freddy, and if you turn them off, there's no Freddy. So you duplicate this system for the other door. You would change this from left right to right light. You would change this from left door closed to right door closed. In this case, we would have Rockstar Bonnie, so let's get his model. His sprite, I mean. Rockstar Bonnie. Just grab him, shrink him, put him over here on the other door, roughly where I think the other door is. Now, for switch, show. Now, again, like always, cut out the parts that shouldn't be showing, like his arm. I think I'll let that ear pass, not this ear though. Not this ear. Here. cut out some hand. Cut some of his foot. There. Now, anyway, as I was saying before, as I was saying before, now we did the exact same thing with Rockstar Bonnie, except with animatronic at the right door. So, set this to Rockstar Bonnie. To blank. Set the other one to blank. And then, once both of them are done, again, let's do a little bit of cheating. Let's do a little bit of cheating. And set animatronic at right door to Rockstar Bonnie. Start the night. Turn on the lights. Oh. Should be activating. Wait. Oh, simple mistake. How did I not know that? Animatronic at right door. Set that, and now, yep, there he is. Well, he's not actually there, but if you go to the animatronic AI and make it so it sets these variables, they will appear at the front door. Now I'm just going to leave the game idle, and I am just going to leave the game idle so we can see. Let's actually turn on both lights. Leave the game idle. There's Freddy. There's Freddy. A few seconds. He is. And so, that is the end of today's tutorial on Five Nights at Freddy's. Hopefully you'll join us tomorrow in order to get the power and AM system going. Hope you enjoyed, and that is good. Bye-bye!